to Purple Clock. I am perpetual Fasanmi-Peter. Today on Purple Clock, I spoke with entrepreneurs and they shared with me how their businesses were able to survive the lockdown period. Well, of course, the lockdown has been gradually eased in our country right now, but we also know that social gatherings are not allowed. So their experiences during the lockdown and even now might not really be so much, there wouldn't be so much difference. That's what I think anyway. So if this is something you'd love to listen to, stick around, don't go nowhere. Glad to know you're still here with me. I told you before now, I spoke with entrepreneurs and they shared with me their stories, how they were able to survive during the lockdown, how they survived during the lockdown. And of course, the first person we'll be listening to right now is Atinuke, a fashion designer per excellence. She'll be sharing her story with us and I hope we learn a thing or two from that.
And it's very minimal because most times when we pick up, I'm the one who does that. So I'm in my car and we make sure anytime they are going out, they are protected. They wear their mask and all that. So it's quite easy. The chain is okay. They are delivery people. So once they are delivery people, it's very easy. And we ship through DHL. So there is really no need for much contact between my staff and I to get it done. We don't even stay together. So the business is running. We are making this homemade masks that are being bought by hospitals in the US, in the UK. So there is this high demand. I'm telling you, I'm overwhelmed. So I am not jobless. The COVID-19 is not a problem to me. I'm praying that it comes to an end, but while I'm at home, I'm still making my money because I'm doing this and I'm doing it well. And like I stressed, the power of relationship matters because when there was no COVID-19, my clients could trust me that I could deliver quality. So now that there is COVID-19, they do not doubt it. They still believe, oh, he's still the same person. It's just that the systems have changed. We have to, my tailors have to work at home from home, and we have to pick up from them and all that. But everybody still does their job, they get paid. It's just beautiful, you know. But that wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't built the right relationships with these people when there was no COVID-19. So being reliable, having integrity goes a long way in business.
Amazing, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, she was able to grab the opportunity. An opportunity opened, and that's a new market. That's the face mask market, and she took advantage of it. Not only that, I like the fact that she took safety seriously. That's something nobody should joke with. Again, I have Ife Coyote. Ife Coyote will also be sharing with us her own story. Her story is slightly different from that of Atinuke. Atinuke saw a new market and went on. But let's listen to Ife. Let's see what Ife did differently.
My name is Ifelua Kemikayode, the creative director of Sweet Savour Bakery. The bakery operates in Ibadan. When the COVID-19 pandemic started and there had to be a lockdown, though the lockdown wasn't a total one in Ibadan, but we weren't in any way prepared for any form of lockdown. And people were calling in to cancel their orders because their events have been postponed or cancelled in some cases. We had to do some refund to some people because their events weren't going to hold again. We had to put some work on hold because the events have been postponed and we weren't really prepared for it. Somewhere along the line, we had to shut down the bakery temporarily to ensure that we put measures in place to make sure everybody is safe. Then everybody stayed at home for about a week and a half. Then later we came to the conclusion that we could allow just two people come in so that we can maintain social distancing and ensure that everybody is safe. So we've just been having about two people come into the bakery to work as against 10 people who could come normally before now. It has affected the business because there aren't many celebrations going on now. People don't have large parties. A lot of people have postponed their weddings and also we've not been having it very, very, very nice in business. The COVID-19 pandemic has also helped us to think of different areas of the business, how we could generate some kind of income for now without necessarily having to go work at the bakery. We have been running some online courses where people can just join us on some online platforms to do their trainings and all. Because right now we can't even take in students because of the pandemic. It's not been really easy, but of course it opened our eyes to certain things that we could do outside what we normally do at the bakery. Our regular classes have also been on hold because our students have to stay back at home. They can resume once the pandemic is over. It's not been so much fun, but we are trying to manage the situation and we pray God helps us through.
I cringed when I heard refund. Like, I've not had to do it before, so I don't pray to ever get to do it. But of course, that was something if I had to do. I'm sure her clients weren't even happy about having to either postpone their events or cancel their events. Well, that's something if I had to do. And apart from that, I like the fact that she had to move her trainings online. And for her, that's like the major source of income for her right now. Again, let's listen to the chef. He's got a lot to share. I mean, the chef had, should I say, he had different experiences. Maybe, maybe not. But let's listen to the chef and let's get to see what he went through and how he was able to cope, how his business survived the lockdown period.
Hello, my name is Darian Ojo, head chef, creative director of the Sense of Taste. I must say that the pandemic has affected the catering industry, outdoor catering industry to be precise, because prior to the lockdown, we had some events slated for March, the last week in March, and some in April and May as well. The one in March was meant to be a naming ceremony, and we were meant to do the main course catering as well as cocktails and finger foods. But due to the pandemic, it was reduced to just 20 packs of food. So that was what we had to deal with back then. That was our last event before the lockdown started. That was I think that was on March 23rd. Yes, March 23rd. And we had some other events in April, and all that was cancelled as well. And we had some weddings, and all that was cancelled. And so when the lockdown went into full force, we had to shut down operations. And of course, we just wanted to be safe. My team and I, we just wanted to be safe. Our safety is our own responsibility, so we just wanted to be safe. But after a few weeks, we started getting requests from people asking if we could make food in bowls. And we decided to start that, and that is what we have been using to get by. The profit is not as much as we would like it to be, but it's better than doing nothing. It's because there's no avenue for outdoor catering at the moment, so that's what we're using to get by now. Food in bowls, cooking for homes and people who need them. So that's what we're using to get by now. And just hope this is over as soon as possible so we can get back to our outdoor catering. But for the moment, that's what we're using to get by. And I must add that the bulk of our customers are from our existing customers because in this period, I guess people are looking to work with people they are familiar with, people they have had a relationship with before, people they are sure of. So safety is their concern. So people they would rather work with people they trust. So I must say 85% of our customers are existing customers. Not really, the new clients are just a few. So I think that's a challenge. That's a challenge now.
It's good to be back. Now you can really tell that his business was really hit by this. Talk about an outdoor caterer. What's an outdoor catering without an event? And you know what is social gathering? The social gathering isn't something that we are doing right now, and so because of that, his business was really affected. But of course, I like that he was able to see another side to his business, and that's the indoor catering, or something you would call the soup in bowls, the meals in bowls, and that's something he's been doing now. Fine, the money may not be the same, but it's a good thing that he's found something he is doing. And not only that, he mentioned something about safety, trust, and relationships. And I think these are things that really help us. When we are having businesses, we should always keep good relationships, because at the end of the day, the people get to trust you. And when they trust you, they will always want to do business with you, and they will think, or they will believe, that you should be able to do the needful to ensure that you are safe and they are also safe. Thank you so much for listening to this beautiful episode. This episode is dear to my heart, really, because I'm an entrepreneur also, and I look at what they are going through. I look at myself also, and I'm like, very soon this will be over. People will be able to gather again, and I'll be able to host your events again. I mean, I'm a professional event host. I want to host events again. I want to stand before 1,001 people and, tell them what they need to listen to. I want to do that again. So, yeah, I really can't wait for us to be able to gather again. But I'll really also like to know what your experiences are. How were you affected during the lockdown? And how is it now? Do you think things have changed, or do you fear that things may never change? Oh, come on, please, please, please. I don't want you to think that way because things are really going to change. Thank you so much. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would really love you to subscribe and tell other people about me, Perpetual Fasanmi-Peter. If you are a returning subscriber, come on, this is for you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I am Perpetual Fasanmi-Peter. Do not forget to drop your comments. I'd like to know what you think, what you feel, like, and share. Tell your friends about me. Thank you one more time for listening. Do have a wonderful time with family, friends, and your colleagues.